Football fans, Tottenham fans. Mate, I've done a video this morning about identity. And then you scan the YouTube while you're sitting there and you leave it on playing. And you think to yourself, what are they talking about? They mention all these different fantasy managers. But previously, they've all said, the same as what I've said, no matter what manager comes in the club, they're not going to do anything because of the structure of the club. And at the same time, what we can gather from the information that has been leaked online is that there's a few big names in the dressing room that have got big mouths, and they was taking no notice of Thomas Frank, and they was all uninspired. I've watched 2, maybe 3 videos of dressing room of Tottenham Hotspurs at the minute. That's all I can find online with Thomas Frank talking, and he is uninspirational. Be brave. Be fucking brave. Come on, mate. Imagine getting off the fucking... Imagine if he was a fucking commander at Normandy, jumping off the fucking whatever they called them on the beach. Be brave, boys. Be brave. Fucking hell. You know what I mean? Get your head down. Be brave. No, it's not working for me. Tottenham's not working for me at the minute. I didn't want to rant. I wanted to calmly tell everyone and explain to people that if you've been a supporter for years upon years, you will realise we have lost our identity completely. We're going into games now, even you as a viewer, you're watching games and you're worried before you even turn on the fucking stream. Oh, and they're not the great teams that we're playing, like the Newcastle team. Not a good team, yeah, but not great. They've got a few injuries, key players that we could have got in there, and but we've got injuries as well. Okay, we've got injuries as well. You argue back the fact, but even with the injuries, it's not a bad little squad, right, for attacking. But we don't seem to be attacking. We've just lost all identity as Tottenham. In fact, it no longer looks like the Tottenham that I supported. We had a certain way of playing football, which everyone talks about, the Tottenham way. That's gone. Totally gone. That has been butchered and everything. Harry Kane, the last great son and Harry Kane, the last great players that we ain't never going to replace again. That's an old that you can't put a bit of tape over and seal it. We've never. Is there anybody out there like Harry Kane that could come in and play for Tottenham in the summer? Doubt it. I highly doubt it. We ain't never going to see the likes of Sonny and Kane again, are we? And we're in a relegation scrap. And it just brands me off when you see other football teams, their YouTube channels all doing Tottenham, because that's the latest news. They've got to get content, fair play. You bang on with your YouTube channel with the content, but they're talking like they know it all. They're talking like, oh, we'll get this manager straight away, and here it comes straight in. De Zerbi, for instance, do you think he'll come in and give us our identity back? I don't, because he's not Tottenham. And what I mean by he's not Tottenham is I don't think he's got a big enough mouth. And we've got this structure from the owners that will screw us over every time. The wages, for instance. We all know for the last 3 or 4 seasons about the wages. You know, we just ain't paying the wages to get these big players in, to get the next level in. So we not end up in this relegation scrap where we can rely on the striker. We can rely on the midfield. We can rely on a few defenders. At the minute, we ain't got a defender to rely on, really. No one that's consistent. Inconsistent, what I mean by he's good enough not to get all the cards and leave us in the lurch. Consistent by doing a job thorough, properly, and ordering everyone about. Maybe the captain should be a defender, right? Granted. He can shout the back line, protect the goal, tell the midfielders, I need help, or just push forward, just let me get the ball, you know what I mean? And we'll go forward, we'll start fighting. We've got none of that, have we? We've actually got none of that at the minute. No matter how positive, we all get behind the club, we're positive. We always want to win, right? So don't get me wrong. But I don't want to hammer the young kids either, because they've been brought in because they are risk-free, right? They low wages and they are risk-free. You know, if they come good in 3 years' time, then ENIC have got a profit. You know, we needed, in the summer window, we needed people to come in who was Premiership ready, i.e., they knew the Premiership, they knew how to score goals, they knew how to control the midfield, and they knew how to defend. We don't ever get that. And as I said, you watch these channels and they're fucking going this manager, that manager, that manager, this manager. And it worries me because I've got a feeling this is what they're like in the boardroom. What about this manager? What about that manager? This manager sounds good, he's available. It's not about being available, is it? It's about someone who's going to give us our identity back and bring back the Tottenham way of football. Maybe the protest, the non-existent protest of about 4 people the other week. We're going to go, we're in shit street, bruv. Absolutely shit street. And no one wants to fight for their club. The players don't want to fight for their club. Judging by the protest movement, no one wants to protest for their club. Why? Because everyone's been conditioned. Everyone's been conditioned to accept what the owners give us. You know, without fail, as soon as that manager will get installed, everyone on the digital media and the press will just think, oh, Tottenham's got a new manager. We will be on a new manager bounce. That'd be all right. Come next season, we'll get fucking 3 young ones in again. 1 not too bad player. And it'll start. The merry-go-round will happen time after time after time. Absolutely pointless. Absolutely pointless doing it this way. The rebuild, the lies and everything else, it all lays with the owners, the identity, the club's gone, the fans. These younger fans ain't got no identity whatsoever. You know, and this is why they're so angry, constantly angry online, constantly kicking their gamer chairs, constantly doing this weird YouTube where the drama exceeds the positivity. And you can't blame them because they don't know any better. They've never had any better. They've never had to fight for nothing. Now we have got to fight. The last couple of seasons we've had to fight. It's a joke. And we ain't got the players for a relegation scrap. That's for sure. We have not got the players for a relegation scrap. So be prepared for an absolutely shit end of the season with whatever manager comes on. You know what I mean? We just need someone like a super god of a manager to come in and kick it all out. We had young players. We've got our own young players. Oh no, let's send them out on loan. Send them out. Let's send the Mikey Moores out on loan. Let's send the Dane Scarletts out on loan. I think it's time someone used their brain and thought to themselves, let's surprise the opponent team this time. Let's put out an attacking front forward for the first fucking half hour or for the last half hour, preferably the first half hour, of youngsters. Energetic. Wear them down quick. You know what I mean? Wear the other team down quick. And then chuck on the experience, the goal scorer. But we ain't got that goal scorer. Like I just said, we'd never replaced Harry Kane. We'd never replaced Son. Never replaced Modric. We'd never replaced Vertonghen. We ain't never replaced no one. So we can't even rely on anyone. We're relying on defenders to get the goals in. Have a word, please, God. Someone help. Because I can see this getting right nasty, right dirty. And whatever manager, that's what I keep saying, whatever manager, it's not going to change until the structure changes. And in the summer, we'll have to wait with hope. Again, we live on hope at Tottenham. We'll have to wait till the summer comes to see what they do in the transfer window, to see if they've changed, if the wage structure has really changed. I doubt it. I doubt it, because this is the formula they use in the financial world, isn't it? Risk-free. You know, we're just a fucking asset. You're an asset, I'm an asset. And, yep, everyone will just keep doing their YouTube thing. It needs a constant push on all the media. Need from every single channel, every single fucking Tottenham fucking fan that goes on these fucking Talk Sports. Every Tottenham fan that gets invited on Sky or Talk Sport to really open their mouth. Stop blaming the manager. You know it's the structure. And I'm not sticking up for Thomas Frank. Yeah, I'm not sticking up for Thomas Frank. He's uninspiring to me. I didn't like him. But you got to push the narrative, haven't you? You got to keep pushing and pushing. That's the only way that they might listen. Because not turning up at the stadium don't matter, because they can easily quite fill their seats. You know what I mean? In fact, they don't even fucking seem to bother, do they? 94 quid a ticket for Newcastle. We don't care if you don't come. You know what I mean? We've got 25 fucking extra people for the Skywalk this week, and another 100 people want to go-karting, and another fucking 100 people want to do this, and we've got 60,000 seat stadium. We'll probably get a concert going, extra concerts instead. You know what I mean? They won't give a fuck. We are secondary. And this is the product of being secondary, isn't it? Anyway, rant over. Cheers. Have a good day. Take care. God bless.